legends, welcome back to another episode, and we have finally arrived at
Elliston.
Yee-hoo! So EPIC Elliston session 2, because we were here exactly 12 months to the day almost for Easter last year. We're here for Easter this year. I did a episode on this EPIC Elliston, I called it 12 months ago. So we're going to call this one EPIC Elliston Session 2.
Yeah!
And this year we've got new adventures, new gear, more to see and do in Elliston. So kick back, relax. We got to get set up. Let's do this, Elliston. We love you. We're coming for you. The Jansons are here. Yoo-hoo! Okay, folks, welcome back. It's, what is it, Wednesday before Easter Friday. I've just come out for a late afternoon session. I've just brought the tinny off the roof because the winds were dying later in the day. So I'm just punching out from Anxious Bay. Only for about an hour, hour and a half, see how we go. Have a little late afternoon session. So here we go. Tight lines and bent rods. Let's go. You. Okay, so we've just pulled up here just behind Waldegrave Island. One down, little flatty just through back then, first cast. Chatting to a local at Anxious Bay boat ramp, he's saying that there's apparently a lot of leather jacket fish around at the moment, so it might be spooking the whiting a little bit, but he said might be best going in, maybe trying the shallows. But I've punched out here in about 20 metres of water. Have a go here for half hour, see how we go, and then oh, look at that straight away. And if not much luck, we'll go into the shallows. Not a big one. Another flatty. There you go, folks. Cute little fella. A bit bigger than the last one, but still not keeper size. Wouldn't mind getting one of these keeper size. Probably my favourite eating fish, the flatties. You really had to go up this hook too. That absolute glass off out here. There's only me and one other boat. About 100 metres that way, 150 metres that way. So just before the Easter mad rush. He's moving on. There you go. Little flatty. Not quite table eating size yet, but a way to swim away to fight another day and hopefully grow a little bit bigger. That was a good hit. Feels a bit more whiting, maybe, or another flatty actually, I reckon. Didn't I just throw you back, mate? Okay, we're on some flatty ground, but unfortunately not eating size. I use a rag with these guys because they are spiky. You got to be careful of the spike just behind their sides there of their head. There he goes. Oh, that's a good pull. Feels bigger, this one. More head shakes as well. Good sign. Could be a whiting. I'd be happy with a couple of nice King George whiting. That's another flatty. Bit bigger. We're getting there. Close to eating size, not quite there yet. There you go, mate. At least we're getting bigger and bigger each time, folks. We're going the right direction in size. Up, not down. Yep, on here. Just a littly again. The whiting, about the same size as the last one I just threw back. Oh. And that's a good whiting, even de-hooks itself. There you go, mate. Might be getting takeaway drive-through on the way home. This has got a bit more, better fight to it. I tell you, it's awesome being out here by yourself, but there's just something eerie about it too, I won't lie. 20 metres of water, dark blue, dark green water, by yourself. You dream of moments like this when you get a fishing session like this and the water to yourself, but when you're in a 3.75 metre dark tinny, not much between you and the ocean. But that's why you chuck some music on in the background through the Bluetooth speaker, and it just distracts you a little bit. But tell you, wouldn't want to meet any of the big taxmans out here, that's for sure. Oi. This one's got a bit of pull to it. Hopefully we're upsizing. I don't know, fought hard at the beginning. Yeah, that's the size we're after. I've just seen a few big fish come up on the sounder actually, swimming past. Mate, I swear I just threw you back. There you go. Back down he goes. All right, we might pull up soon if we're not getting too many keepers. Might try in the shallows a little bit. Maybe around that sort of 6 to 10 metre mark, somewhere in there. Okay, so I've actually done the complete opposite. I've come out a bit wider from Watergrave Island. I've come out a bit further west, and I'm just drifting over some ground here. I'm not going to anchor. We're in about 24 metres of water now, so see how we go. All right, this one feels like a keeper. The biggest of the bunch for sure, the heaviest it's felt, heaviest fish. I don't know if it's whiting though, it doesn't really feel whiting-ish, might be a flatty. Oh, look at this, my lord, absolute dead weight. The old puffy puffy. Yeah, not what we're after whatsoever. G'day guys, welcome back. We're in the car today and we've just stopped off at Elliston Bakery. What have you got, love?
I got a pepper pie.
A pepper pie and little miss. With the mouthful. I got the old Cornish pasties, always my favourite. So today we're just doing a little bit of sightseeing, so we're going to share with you Elliston Cemetery, some history. We'll head out to Loxwell. Might even have a flick of a hard body lure if schools of salmon are around. Yeah, so today's just a bit of sightseeing. Just share with you what's around Elliston, in Elliston, and then tomorrow we're headed off to Walker's Rock. Walker's Rock or Walker's Flat? Walker's Rock.
Something like that.
Walker's Rock, campground, beach.
To be confirmed.
Hoping to get on the beach there. There's a cool lagoon that you can drive to. So yeah, tomorrow will be a bit of an adventure day. Have a little bit of a splash. We did go out fishing yesterday on a big shout out to Clint and Mandy, the brother and sister-in-law of some mutual friends of ours, good local people. Came out to see us, took me out in the boat, nice 6.4 metre boat of his. Weather didn't turn it on, unfortunately. That didn't turn up. It was about 10 knots above where it should have been, pretty lumpy, northeasterly. We got a few keepers, a few whiting, a few tommies, but nothing to write home about given the ground's out here. But we'll head out for a few more fishing sessions, that'll be sure. But yeah, tomorrow will just be a family adventure day. But big shout out to those guys who made yesterday a good day for Mel. It was her birthday. They brought some nibblies, we had a few drinks and just chilled out at the camp kitchen, didn't we, back at the caravan park?
Yeah, it was so good.
So that was
such
cool.
a good time.
Yeah. So So anyway, kick back, relax. We're going to show you some sights and scenery in and around Elliston. Let's go. Okay, so first stop on our little adventure to show you sights and scenery around Elliston is Old Elliston Cemetery. And I just did a bit of reading, and I believe there's two here, the old one and the new one. So we're going to go have a look at both. Now, some people think, why do you guys look at cemeteries? It's a little bit weird, but we did another episode on touring, seeing old cemeteries around regional townships. I don't know what it is, it's just the history, I guess. Mel and I love reading up on the history of towns, regional areas, and you get to see some pretty cool stuff. As you can see behind me, there's not a lot here in Old Elliston Cemetery, but it just looks historic, almost like old tombstones. So let's jump in there and have a look. But I'll just have a look here. So it just says here, Port Elliston Cemetery. Early settlers faced great hardship and isolation. Settlers lived in the district from 1840, but the first doctor was only appointed in 1888, 48 years after the first settlers. The long distances and poor roads and communication meant that patients sometimes died whilst waiting for medical help. This cemetery operated from 1880 to around 1912. The early pioneers often had large families. Many of their children died in infancy of conditions such as convulsions caused by teething or infectious disease that are now treatable. So, you know, just learning about cool stuff like that, how hard it was back in the 1800s, just really, really cool. So yeah, it's a small cemetery. We'll jump over the new one. I think we've just seen a bit of a lookout, so we'll go check that out as well. And we'll get the drone up too. Wind's picking up a little bit, but we'll send the bird up and get some cool drone content. So this one here was actually a doctor, Dr. A. Carter, dear beloved husband of C. Carter, died 5th of December 1905, aged 83 years of age. Not a bad age, given the era and the difficulties faced in those 1800s to early 1900s era. That's a good innings. Imagine he was the local doctor here at some point in Elliston. Maybe the only doctor, I'd imagine too. This one here, Alfred Barlow, Baron, August 20th, 1896. Again, aged 79 years of age. And it's pretty cool because there's like this picket fence all the way around, this white traditional picket fence around the old cemetery. There is, for those that don't know, there is actually a hospital here in Elliston. So it's a pretty reasonably well established township. They've also got I believe, a dementia facility as well here before clients are potentially transferred to Port Lincoln. So
Seen a lot of movie up here.
it was a popular name back in the day. All right, so where are we?
We are at another location in Elliston where they've got another cemetery. This one is more established, but there is a little bit of history here as well. So this is probably their main cemetery.
Yeah, this is the newer one, obviously the current one, I'd say, just by looking at it. So there's still some cool historic stones here, headstones that we'll look at. Both of them are only within like a K outside of town, not even. The older one's probably a bit closer, this one's a little bit further, just on the side of the highway. So let's jump in here, have a quick look around some of the history, pay our respects, and then we're heading down to Lock's Well.
Because as you know, going to cemeteries is something that we love to do because it just tells us a bit more about the history of the area, but also how old the area is, and who were the people that used to roam these lands here in Elliston. So
I like the old ones, you know, early 1800s. It was about 48 years late until the first doctor arrived. So
most of the people that died in the other one were seeking medical help but couldn't get it.
Yeah.
So it's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, let's jump in there. It makes you grateful for how good we have it in today's day and age and this world. So sure would have been hard yakka back then, but let's jump in there and have a look at some of the history. All right, Here we are, folks. The walk down to Lochswell. A few people fishing here, taking the dogs down. We'll have a flick, got the rod. Always carry a rod wherever we go. And can't see any big schools in close just yet, but I've seen a big one out there. A bit too far out at the moment. Straight ahead from where we are now. But gotta be in it to win it, so we'll get a hard body or two out there and see how we go. Got an old fella back at campsite who likes salmon, but he can't do the walk down here with this step, so I said to him if I get one, I'll be sure to clean it up, fill it up, and bring him back some nice fresh salmon. Oh, had a hit then. Woo. Had a pull. Come on, good, thanks. Just working this hole, a little bit of left to right, sort of 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. The advantage with a clear day is you can see the schools a lot easier, but I find they come in closer on cloudier days. I don't know if it's just me, let me know in the comments below. When you're fishing for salmon, do you find the school comes in closer when it's cloudier or clearer? We're on. Not a big one. We got to be careful, this is where they get lost in the wash. Only a small one, not the 10-12 pounder we're after. Birds are flying, birds are flying. We'll keep that one though for old mate, that way you can have some salmon tonight. It's only about a little 6-pounder, but a couple of fillets there for him. Yep. Oh, that one's a bit bigger. Little tail dance. Oh, he dropped off. Dropped him. See? With the old tail dance, and it's about the hooks. We're on here. That's the third and final one, hopefully. Keep him down. Bit more pull to him. About the same size. Alright, got my feed. And remember folks, these coastlines, these beaches are pristine for a reason. The only thing we should leave is those things there, footprints. Anyway, now the walk to the stairs and then up the stairs, and I'll show you the stairs that you've got to go up and down to get down to Lochswell. Good gutter in here too. This is what I love to see. This bloke up here might be father's son, I think. Teaching the young lads to fish, or maybe an older brother. That's cool. That's what this sport's all about. Passing it on to future generations, looking after our beaches like this, so our kids, their kids, great grandkids, everyone can enjoy this beautiful place called Australia. And especially where we are right now, Eyre Peninsula, Elliston. Doesn't get much better. All right, look what's ahead of us. A great walk, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Some of the greatest fish I've caught in my time, in the remotest locations, the hardest to get to spots, and I've put in the hours and hours. If it was easy, I tell you, this beach would be flooded and everyone would be here. Anyway, it's what keeps me young at heart. And young in the mind still too. As the wife female will tell, say. Have a look at that walk up. Woo. Cheers, good morning. Today we are off to Walker's Rock for a bit of a adventure day down there. We're going to get the car on the sand, hopefully swim in some crystal clear waters, and just do a bit of sightseeing from Walker's Rock towards Talia way. But we just stopped off at this little van called Sunnyside.
Sunnyside van.
Yeah, Sunnyside coffee van. It's just on the side of the road here, just on the way out to or into Elliston Township. They were just near the jetty the other day actually, but big shout out. How's the coffee? It's
amazing. This coffee is like a coffee bean from the Eyre or something like that.
Yep.
And I think they brew it in Port Lincoln. We might have to do some research on that. So
anyway, if you're ever down this way, we'll drop their website down below. I've just got a smoothie, unreal, mango, greens. What else did I have in it? Coconut water.
It just said Sunnyside smoothie.
Sunnyside smoothie.
If you think about all the sunny fruits, that's what'll be in it.
If you like your smoothies, get the Sunnyside smoothie. And I've gone the latte almond milk, and it is a sensational coffee. It's awesome. It's always nice to get a good coffee on the road.
Yeah. So these people were actually here last year, and they were hanging at the jetty most of the time.
I think they just move around.
But they're here near the community centre, so
wherever the business is. But keep an eye out, Sunnyside van. It's a white and yellow van.
It's
two girls
like
operating it.
Cute and hippie.
It's real hippie, good vibe. So hit it up. Anyway, we're going to hit up Walker's Rock today. Stay tuned for some good scenery shots, and yeah, we're just going to share with you a cool family day out, and hopefully, weather permitting, we can have a little bit of a splash and play in the water as well. All right, let's get to it. So as you're going down Flinders Highway, you can turn left to Anxious Bay, and then you can take your first left again. I think it's called Salmon Point, and they've got these cool monuments on display. So have a look at this one. Big eagle's nest. Got the eagle coming in with some sticks, building the nest. There's another eagle keeping an eye on things. That looks cool, eh? And that's Elliston Township just all back through here. Good swell rolling in today. And just up from that Eagles monument, there's this cool fish block. Have a look at this with the fish heads carved into it. So yeah, you just come up Salmon Point. This road's called along here. That's where the eagle is there. There's another big one over here as well. It's got fish markings up the side of it. So here's another sculpture along the way. Nice big sculpture head. Looks awesome. What a backdrop, hey? Oh, mama. That was a big drop down there. Woo. Any fishing legends? Alright, so we're on Walker's Rock Beach. Check it out, legends. Doesn't get much better. Have a look at that water behind us. Cracking day for it. Just had a little bit of a dip. Now just cooking up some lunch for the fam bam. Got the old onions and sausages. Go, you good thing. Doing it full gourmet style here. We're going to drive a bit further down the beach and yeah, have a look around. There's a fair few people down here, but we just had a dip because it's starting to get pretty warm. So we'll have some lunch and then we might explore a bit further down the beach as well. There you go, legends. Lunch on the beach doesn't get any better. Sausage, bread, onion, sauce. Let's tuck in. Oh, hot, but good.
There's nothing better than a snag in bread, is there?
Simple, but we've got the mustard.
And it's always our Bunnings trip, like when we go to Bunnings, it's always tradition that we get a sausage. And there's like, it's always, there's something different about a Bunnings sausage as opposed to a sausage we cook, isn't there?
Oh no, this doesn't get any better for me.
Really?
This is my favourite. Yep, love it.
You know.
Because it's cooked on the beach.
And this is like our go-to snack nowadays, isn't it, for like lunchtime?
All the time, love it. Alright, so that was a little bit of Walker's Rocks. We didn't get as far along the beach as we were hoping to. It was pretty busy and there was a lot of dogs. So having 2 dogs, we just had to be mindful. Big shout out to Clint and Mandy for the invite and take us out there. Just had a bit of a dip, bit of a feed, and now we've just driven to Talia Caves. We've done that before. That was on the previous episode we've done, so we won't do that again. If you want to see it, jump to EPIC Elliston. A few videos back you can see we've done all the caves along here, but we've just pulled up to Talia Beach. It's a really nice day, so I'll send the drone up here again so you can have a look at this beach. But this is where I would want to be if I lived locally as a Mulloway fisherman. This is where I'd be coming down on this big stretch of beach because there's lots of water, big holes. And today's a really good day, so we'll just share with you a bit of Talia Beach anyway. But what do you think of Walker's Rocks?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Good swimming. It was a bit blowy today though, so
not too bad.
Apparently
westerly.
The water's usually crystal clear.
It was a bit murky. Westerly onshore, which is onshore on this side of the peninsula. Water was fresh, that's for sure. I reckon she's about 16 and a half, 17 degrees, somewhere in there. But also the other reason we couldn't get further out is it was top of the tide, so it was a pretty narrow stretch to get through, and with cars parked up it was just a little bit hard. So anyway, we'll get some footage and share with you a bit of Talia Beach. So for you people that want a day down here, or if you're a fisho, this footage is going to be for you.